AI startups just raised $104 billion of investment in the first half of 2025 alone.
Venture capital investment in artificial intelligence hit $50 billion in the second quarter, accounting for nearly half of all VC funding.
US AI startups have raised over $104 billion this year.
We're announcing our Series F round, a $260 million raise.
Also just closed a $5.3 million seed round.
For the context, it's more than the entire global VC funding for AI in 2023 and 2024 combined. And even stranger is that it's not just pouring into an hardware chip or any extraordinary device or product, but into software tools that can help to launch a business. Everyone is saying we are in an AI bubble, so why such massive bets on reshaping entrepreneurship with AI? First, what's AI big impact on entrepreneurship all about?
What would it be like if we could enable small businesses and especially local businesses to use AI?
Well, it's the first technology that has no limit.
They are not just hype. AI tools are transforming business creation, allowing solo founders and small teams to scale their businesses like never before. So are these just chatbots like ChatGPT? To be honest, not exactly. Traditional entrepreneurship relies on manual hustle, ideation, marketing, coding, and operations done by hand or hired out. But AI, this is something else. These tools are specialized to automate and enhance every stage of starting a business using massive language model and agents. Let's take a process of ideas. When you brainstorm a product, AI doesn't just spit out generic suggestions. It analyzes the whole thing and gives you the detailed report, including the prediction of trends and viability. For example, tools like Cursor or GitHub Copilot help non-coders build apps in days, not in months. It feeds your prompts into complex algorithms to generate business plans, prototypes, or even full marketing strategies based on real-time data. For those of you who are AI experts, sorry if I simplified some of that, but the point is, AI is the new commodity for entrepreneurs. Which brings us back to the reshaping. These AI systems essentially take in prompts and data and produce actionable outputs like code, content, or insights. Startups might juggle 1,000 tasks, but AI streamlines them into focused workflows, and while they might sound like a small shift, it's a massive one. Companies like OpenAI and Google are partnering with startups to embed these tools, but it's not just tech giants, solo entrepreneurs and small businesses are using them too. This explains the $104 billion of surge. This could be massive for entrepreneurship, propelling success rates from niche to widespread. But they are not alone. AI adoption in businesses is accelerating and fast. OpenAI's tools are now used by 78% of organizations, up from 55% last year, for everything from customer services to product development. Startups like Anysphere scaled their AI coding assistant Cursor to compete with giants in months. In the first half of 2025, AI startups raised $104 billion globally, with generative AI attracting $33.9 billion alone, a 18.7% jump from 2023. Goldman Sachs estimates AI could add $7 trillion to global GDP by 2030, much of it through entrepreneurial innovation. But as you have probably noticed, that's just the beginning. PwC predicts AI will have product development life cycles in sectors like automotive and pharma, cutting time to market by 50% and cost by 30%. McKinsey analysts estimate something even bigger. They believe AI-driven efficiencies could unlock $4.4 trillion in annual value for small businesses and startups by 2030. And I think it's time to talk about the most controversial issue of this topic in the next part, as we are witnessing the largest bubble since the Dotcom era. Investors, tech giants, even governments have been throwing hundreds of billions into AI startups.
The tech behemoth, the world's second most valuable company, says it plans to invest $30 billion.
$100 billion in backing. Christine, what do we know about this project?
Well, AI is part of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 strategy.
The Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, has been setting out his government's intentions, what's called the AI Opportunities Action Plan.
And Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has announced the upcoming budget will include a $2.4 billion investment in artificial intelligence.
Invest $500 billion in AI infrastructure.
Throwing anything at the wall, even if it's vaguely related to AI. And the strangest part is that none of it seems to work. Investors pour money into AI hoping for a jump in revenue, yet a study by researchers from MIT found that most of new AI integration don't generate rapid revenue acceleration. So how many do? Just 5%. And which 5%? Well, startups led by 19 or 20 years old have seen revenues jump from $0 to $20 million in a year. It's because they pick one pain point, execute well, and partner smartly with companies who use their tools. Some bigger companies pull it off, but most fail at integrating them. Leaders or managers treat them as plug and play. But that's not how it really works. ChatGPT might adapt to how one person operates, but scaling that across the systems and workflows of a massive company is a whole different thing. Most organizations don't know how to do it. They need the right data, pipeline, and training before AI can actually deliver value. So when tools like GPT or Claude get dropped into big companies, they often feel slow or awkward. Employees aren't sure how to use them, and managers simply say, "Here's the AI, go make more money." So it's not that people don't want to use it, they just don't know where to start. Yet with the billions being poured into AI, the economics of it all are starting to drift away from reality. Tech giants are building AI tools and agents for startups and entrepreneurs, which brings us back how it's reshaping startups. Their situation is really similar to another era when tech promised to change everything and thought it would last forever. In the 1990s, the internet boom was exploding.
Millions of Americans own a personal computer. If you're one of them, you can now glimpse the future with nothing more than a modem, a phone line, and a few dollars a month.
Just what is this main artery of the information superhighway?
Every business, no matter how large, no matter how small, will be on the internet in the year 2000. It's the primary way that people will look up information. It will replace the yellow pages as we know it today.
Are a lot of people just getting on to the internet because they feel that they have to get onto the playing field, so to speak?
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
At the heart of it were Dotcom startups. Their biggest enabler, venture capital, was pouring in billions. The market was growing and it was ripe for entrepreneurs. So in 1999, companies like Pets.com raised massive rounds to disrupt retail. The bubble peaked with trillions in valuations. But that didn't happen. By 2000 and 2001, growth crashed and for the next few years declined. Startups were unprofitable. Why? Many had ideas, but no sustainable models. Existing tech became good enough and hype outpaced reality. Plus, this was right when regulatory scrutiny hit. With crashing stocks, VCs shelved investments, they had poured billions and now they didn't know what to do. The bubble burst will lead to a shakeout. Startups assumed that internet would grow forever. And now AI entrepreneurs are betting the same on artificial intelligence, except the big difference is the scale. AI startups bets aren't 10 times bigger than dot-coms but 100 times. But the warning signs look familiar. We may have reached a medium-term equilibrium of how AI can overhaul businesses, and the issue now, based on the MIT study, might just be implementation. So are entrepreneurs building for demand that won't exist? Is the $104 billion the 2025 version of dot-com's blunder? Yet that's not the only problem. AI may be the golden child of entrepreneurship, but they have something new to worry about. While startup built with AI, something is eroding their edge. First of all, it's not from outsiders, but someone much closer. A group of companies are trying to dominate AI tools. And the twist is, these are the big tech attempting to replace open access. And one of the biggest isn't startups like you think, but Amazon. Amazon is currently doing all it can to create its own AI ecosystem. Bedrock and custom models, specifically for enterprise. They've also been improving chips now in generation 4, which is for AWS. Amazon is massive AI provider, but the tools reduce reliance on third-party startups. These new systems would cut costs and be tailor-made for big clients. But Amazon is just the beginning. Microsoft has been developing its Azure AI suite for startups. And as you might have guessed, OpenAI integration. Also, as you might have guessed, Google is doing exact same with their Vertex AI for cloud startups. With how much money companies are giving to AI startups, it makes complete sense why big tech would attempt to design this in-house. Plus, it allows the tools to be entirely tailored to their needs instead of partly or broadly tailored like with open source AI. This means if you got the access, you got everything to start. Things aren't quite as seamless for rivals. As a result, AI startups hold 64% of VC deals in H1 2025. But not everyone is thrilled about this. Many see AI's rapid rise as a bubble, especially the hype. France, for one, is preparing charges for anti-competitive practices in AI. And they are not alone. The entire EU has been closely watching AI firms for the same reasons, alleging that bundling tools with discounts is anti-competitive. Even the US Department of Justice has been looking into AI on whether it pressured providers to buy multiple products or not. AI may be reshaping entrepreneurship with big bets, but they have plenty of problems to overcome. But it does make sense. In their position, you never bet against yourself. Businesses invest in already what's working. Now companies are shifting from chasing ideas to full AI-driven businesses. But what if it stops working? Is $104 billion bet is too risky with the state of AI right now? All I know is that if AI bubble crumbles, it's going to be a long way to fall. And one company already feeling the pressure is Google.